A few times during the month of October, I chose the first ever film or first horror film of a famous actor, but I never chose any actresses. So today we fix that with Tracy Lords. Well, her first 80 films are underage pornos that are felonies to own. So what do you say we choose her first ever non-pornographic film, the 1988 remake of Not of This Earth? The movie begins with an alien killing a couple that is in the middle of having sex. He then goes to a doctor's office to get a blood transfusion because he barely has any blood in his body. He also has to use his powers to brainwash a doctor into not talking about his condition. So anytime someone mentions the alien's name, Mr. Johnson, the doctor gets a headache and changes the subject.
Observe.
No bleeding.
It will bleed in some moments, but then thinly and sporadically.
You will not. You cannot transmit to any other being your knowledge of my tragedy.
I'm sorry. I seem to have developed a terrible headache all of a sudden.
Hello?
Nadine.
Yes, doctor.
Harry told you about the woman who died here tonight?
Yeah, he thought she was connected in some way with Johnson.
This has nothing to do with our patient.
He hires the nurse, played by Tracy Lords, to be his private nurse and to give him daily blood transfusions. He also has an assistant, housekeeper dude named Jeremy, and in his study he has a teleportation pad that he uses to communicate with the last surviving people of his home planet, who give him a very important mission.
Your mission upon this globe is to be accomplished in 5 phases. In the first, you will study all characteristics of the Earth subhumans.
Phase 1 is study. Phase 2 is more Earth blood. Phase 3 is a live specimen. Phase 4 is my life or death. Phase 5 is conquest, subjugation, and pasturing if I live.
He wastes no time getting into the mission by killing a vacuum cleaner salesman that shows up at his door.
It's a very simple operation.
Oh, did I mention laser eyes? Yeah, he has laser eyes.
With the #1 song in the Southland, where the thermometer is expected to hit a high of 95 degrees downtown, near 100 in the valleys. More music after this.
The girls of the Big Dollhouse are busting out again. New World Pictures now brings you the...
Huh? Oh, yeah, he burns the vacuum cleaner salesman's body, and she sees the smoke and goes to investigate or something. I don't know. It's also this weird flirting scene with her and the housekeeper, Jeremy.
You swim like a mermaid.
You never know, maybe I am one.
I've got a hook and line inside. Maybe I should go get it.
I'm afraid you just haven't got the right bait, Jeremy.
Shouldn't say things like that until you've seen the size of my fishing pole.
You better be careful, you just might land a barracuda.
Unfortunately for Jeremy, he never gets to hook up with Tracy Lords because she has a boyfriend who's a cop, played by TV host Roger Lodge. Who knew he was an actor?
Somehow it always gets better.
I know me, I practice a lot on my own. I feel sorry for that lady next door, though. I thought screaming you were doing, she's like reporting murder.
Murder? You want murder?
Hey, take it easy.
Murder.
Take it easy there, young lady. Assaulting an officer gets you 6 months in solitary.
A woman comes through the teleporter from his home planet, and she's of course gorgeous, but she's dying from lack of blood also, so he goes back to the doctor's office and gives her blood. He, however, accidentally gives her blood with rabies in it, so she goes crazy. Meanwhile, the alien is still trying to complete his mission, so he kills some hookers and brainwashes a stripogram that accidentally came to the wrong house into stepping into the teleporter so he can send her to his home planet for study.
Mr. Johnson's looking for a little company tonight.
Tell Mr. Johnson he's come to the right corner.
Yeah, right corner.
Yeah, how's about you and your two friends coming over to our place tonight?
A party, huh? Sure, but what's in it for us?
Yeah, what's in it for us? Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday, dear Albert.
Overall, that isn't a bad movie. Lots of gorgeous naked women and laser beam eyes. What more could you ask for? Okay, the acting's not great. Tracy Lords is probably the best actress in this one. But, I mean, it's a B-grade exploitation flick. So, what do you want? The plot's solid, though, because it's based on a Roger Corman movie. They just remade it. If you watch the same bad television I do, there's a couple people you might recognize. Blind Date host Roger Lodge. The hookers are played by the female bounty hunter from Critters 2 and talk show veteran Dr. Ava. I can't show you any of the death scenes in this really because there's always breasts in them. He kills a lot of naked people. There's some interesting twists though with the rabies thing. The one girl goes nuts. The doctor, every time he's excited about something, like, these are the most awesome nutrition pills ever. These are revolutionary. Where do you get these? Mr. Johnson. Oh, so want to eat? He changes the subject every time someone mentions Mr. Johnson's name, and it starts to get pretty funny at times. As I said, this is the first non-pornographic film that Tracy Lords ever did. She does get naked in this movie, but it is actually the last movie she got naked in. She kind of has a reputation of just being known for porn and being naked in B-grade movies, but all of her porn is illegal except for one, and she doesn't get naked in any of her B movies except this one. So she kind of has an undeserved reputation, and she actually does a decent job acting in this movie. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time.